morning, it's Fran and this is Fran Toku Demo, and today we're going to do is Kamen Rider Zeztz DX BREAKAM Dawn. So here's the box, and we got here is the BREAKAM Dawn, then Kamen Rider Dawn, and on the back is everything that you want to know about it. And on the side, we got Kamen Rider Dawn. On the other side, also Kamen Rider Dawn. On the top, we got the BREAKAM Dawn and also the caption include. And most of all is the warning choking hazard. So with no further ado, let's begin. And here it is, the third Kamen Rider's transformation device and weapon. As you can see, it's a great sword powered by Nightmare. The blade looks straight out of a fantasy in glossy purple. The main body looks mechanical in dark purple. Over here, which some sort of a generator with magenta pump, pipes, and exhaust, and also the capsem insert and the grip, which is perfectly fit like a fucking glove. And on the back we have the usuals like the power switch, then the release button, then the speaker. And unlike the other BREAKAM arms that runs in LR44 type battery, this one is a 3 AAA batteries because it's a multi-function weapon. And speaking of multi-function, BREAKAM Dawn had two modes. So now we have here is the Taiken mode, which literally means great sword that can produce a powerful slash. And the second is the Soken mode, literally means twin sword. And to do that is by pressing the button right here that's located on the other another handle, and we're going to press that and then pull it out. Okay, so now we have two separate swords designated as guilty and penalty. And as we look at the guilty, it has a sawback edge, and then on the sword fuller we'll see a magenta dragon on the clear background that looks like emerges on the generator. Then we have here is the penalty, which is a dagger with serrated edge, and fuller is the sort of rails, and also have a very short grip, so not so function trigger, so it's just plain. And then after that we're going to snap it back again, so it will turn to a regular BREAKAM Dawn. And now let's do the light and sound. So I dim the light so you can see it. So now we're going to turn this on. Okay, it says BREAKAM Dawn, and then we're going to push the trigger, and we're going to say the purple light and a single slash. We're going to do the other side so you can see it. You can also see the dragon in the background. Okay, so now we're going to do the double sword. Okay, so no announcement, and then we're going to press again, and now we can hear two slashes. And then we're going to snap it back again. Next we have here is the capsem include, which is the punish capsem. So this one had a marble colored, and inside we got the dragon smashing out of the blue background. And now let's do the transformation. So here goes. Okay, so there's the first standby sound, Then, okay, second, then says, face your sins. Then, okay, so now we transform into Kamen Rider Dawn, the Nightmare Rider. So usually attack, twin attack, then we're going to do the single attack. And now let's do the finishers. BREAKAM Dawn had two finishers. So first we're going to do is the Taiken mode. So going to spin the capsem. There's the standby sound. Okay, so that's the punish shoot, the end. In this finisher, Dawn will tap his feet on the ground, causing to form blood underneath him. And then the red energy surges up, then he jumps as the dragon appears from the blood, then performs a flying kick, surrounded by magenta and purple energy to pierce the opponent, causing it to immobilize by black mist. Then four dragons will appear on the ground, causing through each other's direction, then transform into a quarter of a Iron Maiden, then retract the opponent, ending it, and return to the Nightmare World. So, Dawn's finisher is a kind of brutal since it involves torture devices, but it doesn't overkill the opponent. It's sort of purifying it because that's the way how they end. So what if we use the other capsem? So that's what we're going to find out. So we're going to remove the capsem and we're going to replace it with the impact capsem. Then spin. Okay, so there's the standby sound. Then okay, so find out that the finisher is variant. So you can use other captions for different results. And what if we're going to use the Legend Rider capsem? So we're going to find out again. So we're going to remove this. And we're going to put the Vice Legend capsem. So here you go. So there's the standby sound. Then okay, more standby sound. But there is a problem because the trigger will not work. So no explanation about this. So you don't have any choice but to remove it. And now let's do the second finisher, which is for the Soken mode. So we're going to spin it again. Then we're going to split. Then Okay, so that's the Dawn Punish Edge Get Lost. So it's not yet appeared in the show, but the sounds more devastating than the first, especially with the Get Lost thing. And just like the first, the second finisher is also variant. So let's try it with the Plasma Capsam. So here goes. And then, and And now let's run the punish capsules on the driver. So let's start with the Zeztz driver. So here goes. Okay, so here's the finisher. Okay, so here's the second. Now with the Nox driver. Okay, so next. And then with the Lord Invoker. Okay, so now the finisher. Okay, so then the other finisher. And lastly, let's do the scanning. And that's it for the DX BREAKAM Dawn. So thanks for watching, and until the next demo, mission over. Ciao.